All right, Mopar people, welcome back to the channel. I'm just Mopar Joe. In this old dirty shop here, about 2 years ago, and I don't know, 12,000 or so subscribers ago, I redid this red 65 four-door Dodge Coronet. Had a lot of fun with that car, and it was for a customer at the time. Somebody the other day asked me, what happened to the car? Where's that car at? At one point, within the last year or so, I think it did end up on eBay. Somebody sent me that link. He said, oh, I called the guy. He was just testing the waters on, seeing if anybody wanted it more than he did. But he loves the car still. Drives the car all over the greater Houston area. And he drove it from Arkansas to Houston when he picked it up. But if you've never seen the car before, hang out for these clips. I'm going to show you kind of what it went through. And at the end, I'll show you what it looks like now. Had a few changes done to it, and it's still running, driving, doing well. Special thanks to Blake and Jaybo at Bad Tree Productions, because they helped me edit up and do a kind of a goofy movie with it a while back. So if y'all haven't seen that, I'll put a link somewhere for it. But there's also a full playlist on this if you'd like to watch it over your holiday weekend. I'd appreciate it. Here it is, and check it out. Yeah, it was a Russian dude that was driving the car hauler, and basically he was standing out in the street over by the high school, and got a hold of him. Johnny helped me out there. I appreciate it, Johnny. But check this out. Bodeker Werner, Dallas. Probably old dealership tag. This thing's cool. Good new tires, and this. The poly. I have never ever dealt with a poly before, and some of y'all may be sad, but it's coming out. He's getting the 360 that is in my Barracuda right now. So this thing's, I've got an engine built for it. So this is the Coronet introduction. Man, it's long. Feels like in an episode of Andy Griffith. They all drove Fords, but this is a lot. So here's what I'm doing. Pulling the emblems, grill, bumpers, mirrors, and these lock mechanisms. If I'm in that door anyway, I can get that piece of trim off and that door handle if it's not a lot of trouble. If not, they can stay on there and get taped around. All the other trim around the windows is getting a nice professional mask job. I will pull the wipers off so I can paint that cowl and the tail lights. Other than that, I have 4 rolls of masking tape. The car's gonna be nice when it's done. it looks like a white car now. Got a few small runs, but my ultimate goal here is to wet sand this with probably 400 or 500. I'll probably wet block it actually and clean it off, and it'll be ready to shoot. I'll have to go back by and touch up a few little spots, anything showing through, but I think the roof looks really slick. And I think what I'll do next time, or when I paint the car, get a little bit lower so that I can actually reach the roof very easily and nicely, and then I will just lay on my head if I have to spray up under the quarters and stuff. Run over it real quickly again with some wet 400 and my extra, you can see this, it's the ultra fine Scotch Brite. I think it's either 400 or 600, but any jams and stuff like this, see I got a little metal showing there, I got to fix. But any little faint stuff like that, I'll get my Scotch Brite and run over it until it's gone. So that's pre-painting prep in an instant. I've got some good other footage of all the way around the car. I have not blocked the roof yet. You can see that. It does not matter. It won't matter until I go to spray that half the car. My next step will be pulling the trunk lid off. I'll do the trunk and the hood very last. I will paint the other half of the car after I let her on down, basically to the ground or just slightly above ground level, so I can easily reach the top and I don't really have to worry about laying on my head to shoot all under that. So it was a good solid couple weeks worth of work getting it to this point, but got plenty of clear left, got plenty of paint left, so here it is. I'm not going to peel this plastic yet until I know for my next painting. I will probably go ahead and peel the trim just because it's easy enough to retape, and I don't want. There's what I got. The slickest the hood has ever looked pre-painting. So it's going to get 2 coats of base, 2 good coats of clear, maybe 3 coats of clear. I'll see what the second one looks like. So I'll bring y'all back when it's all shot up. It's one of those deals. I hate to even put a second coat on. I know it's got to have it, but that's what paint's supposed to look like. But I bet you after that second coat, it's going to be super sharp. Let's hope so. So there's coat number 2. I got the most perfect finish that I could ever want on there. I'm hoping that the paint doesn't fall off over the weekend or something crazy, but I'm getting pretty good at sanding and painting this hood.
thanks for letting us be part of this, Joe. Yeah. Make sure you subscribe to Joe's channel. Good job, Jaybo.
Yeah.
He's a gangster. Alrighty. See you from Bad Tree Productions. Secret Lair.
All right, no more people.